1,142 people watching. Oh, that's the total views. Yeah, okay. It's also not followers. Anyway, I'm the best. 1 billion watchers. Exactly. So game 5 is today. Fabiano's white, and Magnus is black, and so forth, mainly and so forth. Welcome to the best stream of anywhere ever of anything. Also, Eric Hansen got a letter from what's that stupid company's name? Aegon. I don't know what the letter said, but obviously it was, not positive. And he wondered if anybody else got a letter. So Aegon likes to sue people when they don't do anything wrong and then lose in court. Losing in court's their specialty. So, oh no, they're going to sue us. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. I guess the big news on the rest day was, the leakage of Fabi's prep. I don't see how it's important. Where's my thing? My thing's gone. Also, that's what she said. Luckily, I'm not playing Blitz. It doesn't matter. But my mouse pad's gone, which is probably in that room. Anyway, when I take a bathroom break, at some point, Karen's going to take over so then I can get my mouse pad. Or I can wait till somebody shows up. I'm the only one here now. But anyway, hello. Good evening, good morning, also, etc. So, yay, 200 centidues, breakfast with Ben. So I think Fabiano's white. I don't know. This is game 5. Yeah. Thanks for the centidues. And then, as I've said on every broadcast, but I'm still going to get a lot of funny chats at game 7. Magnus has white in game 6 and 7. So the first half of the match, games 1 through 6, Fabiano's white in game 1. Then the second half of the match, Carlsen's white in game 1. So Carlsen gets white in rounds 6 and 7. Anti-Shatter just subscribed. Hooray. So that's what's going to happen. So Fabiano won't get white for a while. That doesn't seem to matter much this match. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's the pivotal game 5. Anyway, in the chat, let me know who you think will win and today or draw. And then also make sure if you think somebody's going to win, make sure you put their picture up. Yeah, like that guy just did. Rufus and Doofus is rating. Hooray. I have Perrier. I already had coffee at home, so I didn't make coffee here. Probably Christy and or Karen will make it later. I'll have some more. Somebody predicts Karen will win. All right. Karen did win last night playing a higher rated player. And Archer won too. So yesterday was good. You thought I might not stream. I'm streaming all the games. So yeah, that's not going to happen. You want more exciting draws than usual. All right. A lot of people were asking me or proclaiming there'll be a 12 draw match. No. Is it a bluff? No, it's not a bluff. They just made a mistake. These things happen. By they, I mean the St. Louis Chess Club, obviously. Why do GMs not play the French very often? Some GMs play the French, and some don't. I think most GMs like white in the French. That's probably why. Where do I stream from? The Chess Club and or Scholastic Center of Atlanta. I left half of my stream there. You look too good. I can fix that. 3 move draw by repetition. What about reputation? F3 on move 1. So it's 9:52 a.m. First move will be in 7 minutes plus tax, plus tip. And most people don't realize, because they're not really following chess 24/7, a lot of world championship matches start with a lot of draws. For example, when Anand played Kasparov at the World Trade Center, and they did play on 9/11, just not the same year. They played in 1995. The match started with 8 draws, and then after that, there were like no draws. I mean, there were draws, but there were more wins than draws after that. Anand won game 9. 9! And it wasn't a 12-game match. It was a 12-game match. Damn. And then Kasparov won like 5 of the next 7 games. So match ended at game 16 or 17, I guess, with Kasparov being +4, something like that. How do you play against Stonewall structures? I don't know. You play against the bad bishop. Today's the day for the win. That's right. And Rod Stewart said tonight's the night. Yeah. Well, there won't be 12 draws, but there'll be a lot of draws, but not 12. Once again, before the match started, I predicted 3 decisive games, and Spencer predicted 5, and neither one of us is right yet. Not yet. But it won't be 12 draws, as a lot of people predict now. So, yeah. That ain't how chess works. Anyway, he must crush him, isn't it? He must break him? Wait a minute. Yeah. Says Caruana is winning. Carlsen should give up. Also, that's not how you spell already. I predict a boring draw today. Rawr. Kasparov, Karpov, 15 draws and 87, 13 draws. It's 2. Spelled it's wrong. Is Fabi better as co-paired to a better chess player? Why am I reading the chat? What's the definition of a decisive game? A non-draw? Correct. Hello. If he dies, he dies. Correct. What's the difference between a GM and a super GM? I think it's the word super. Thanks for asking. Here's what I think, and then I won't read the rest. Good catch, break, not crush. Correct. I think we'll get E4, E5 today. Maybe. I predict E4, E5 every day. I haven't been right yet. So, who's winning the trash talk war? I don't know. Geary. Nakamura actually congratulated Anand on playing great. That was weird. So, yeah. Nakamura, maybe he's ill or something. I don't know. Okay, we have 360 viewers. Hopefully we'll get to 2,000 today. If you follow the Chess Club and or me on Facebook, which you should do, I put a link to Maurice Ashley being on The Daily Show yesterday with Trevor Noah. So if you haven't seen that, it's about 5 minutes. It's pretty good. I thought it was good. I think you should do that before the games. That's what I do. I do give grammar lessons. In fact, I even taught my grandpa once. $9.99. 9. Thanks, Moldy Toast. That's my favorite donation. Wesley So won't be happy. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Wesley So doesn't know what I say about anything, so he doesn't care what I say. Yeah, Maurice Ashley was on The Daily Show yesterday. I'm sure you can find it on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc. Probably if you go to Google and type in Daily Show, Maurice Ashley, that'll do it. Yeah. Carol Khan guaranteed. I guarantee that's very unlikely. It's Karen. Either that or it's Sharon, because Sharon is Karen. Etc. We have 424 viewers, 4 more than wanted. And we start in 4 minute-a-doos. It is cold. 200 centidues from Beam Me Up, Snotty. Correct. Man, Karen has a lot of pictures on here. Are GMs really badasses? Oh, yeah. We're the baddest asses. What's that?
Pictures where?
Yeah, they're putting pictures of you up.
Oh.
You know, your emote. Yeah. Maurice is good for a non-chess audience and bad for a chess audience. Correct. However, some people think, and St. Louis is one of them, and by St. Louis I mean Jen Shahadi, think that it's more important to do commentary for the non-chess player because for every chess player, there's about 1 billion non-chess players. So if you want billions of chess players, you got to hook them up. When you're watching commentary on television for football, baseball, or hockey, they're not talking to the pros. They're talking to you. You think you're a pro, but you know nothing about sports. You just watch it and think you know stuff, right? You guys don't know in baseball before the pitch is thrown that when the infielder touches the dirt or punches his glove, he's telling the outfielder what the pitch is so they know if it's inside or outside or high or low or what speed it is if it's curved, so they're ready in position. And there's a lot of other stuff you don't know about sports. You just think you do, and they dumb it down for you so you think you're smart. This is what the St. Louis Club does. They're like, ooh, the night is shiny. And then you're like, yay. Okay, that's the way they do commentary. That's not the way Svidler does commentary. Svidler assumes you're rated 4,000. And he's like, in these 37 variations, it's clear to even the most dim-witted individual with an advanced degree in hyperbolic topology that black is Topalov. The end. Baseball is worse than cricket. Incorrect. How loud can Caruana scream into the mic? Not very loud. Not very loud. 500 centages from the Anti-Shatter. I like you and that guy Svidler. Svidler's actually here right now, but he predicted that the score right now would be 4 decisive games. So he has huge gambling debts, so he's currently on the roof. That's right. Svidler on the roof. I said it. What does the something, something, something do? We have to deny that. In a couple of days, Svidler, Grishuk, and Geary on the same stream. Man, talk about some salt. Man. I'm torn between this stream and Pokemon. I recommend Pokemon. Yes, his voice is like an angel. No, I'll see you in hell. Your thoughts on Vichy winning the Blitz? That was good. Svidler and Grishuk are amazing. Correct. All the guys who are rated over 2750 are pretty good at chess. By the way, when you have some spare time, there was a Blitz game yesterday between Nakamura and Aronian, where Nakamura is up a knight for nothing in an endgame. I mean, like, a D player should win, but he drew. So that was funny. Cess predicts Sicilian. Correct. Okay, it's not going to happen, but he predicts it. The best vegan dish? The answer is fries. Are there strong players in Atlanta? I'm pretty strong. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? The answer is fries. All right, let's get this site up. Let's get that site up. Did it like this. We did it like that. We did it with the wiffle ball bet. So, yay, we got a camp registration. The more money they give me, the more registration. No moves yet on this site or this site. No. After his prep was stolen, he resigned the match. Is it me or is something, 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 something? Correct. Yeah, Rex gives more money to chess than atoms in the universe. Okay, we have another Sicilian. I'm shocked and appalled, mainly appalled. They didn't release it yesterday. It was 2 days ago. Then they took it down in less than 1 second. Okay, knife F3. Come on, let's see an open Sicilian today. I've never been so mad. Ah, no. It's another Rossalimo. Hey, Rossalimo. Man, I can't believe it. My freaking ears. Why can't Rex give you $1 million? Well, why would he? He could give all of you $1 million. What would be the point of that? All right, G6. C'est la même chose maintenant. No, it's the usual. PP, RTS1, subscribed, go Ben. Correct. All right, so we have the huge. And now, instead of taking the knight, which Fabiano did the previous 2 games he was white, he castled. Okay, and then bishop G7. No, that doesn't really matter what Fabi looked at and what Magnus looked at. What matters is what happens between moves 15 and 50. Is the Atlanta Center run by Ben? Well, since Karen's in the room, no. Exactly. Yeah. Karen's the owner. I'm just the pretty face. Somebody said there's something wrong with the stream. I'm too pretty. I am changing my name to Muhammad Ali. Anand always thought it was funny that when they were like, you talking to Ali, and they were like, wow, you're pretty cocky there saying you're the greatest. And he's like, but I am the greatest. See? So Anand always thought that was funny. Like, that was his argument was, but I am the greatest. So that's not cocky. Greatest, you're the greatest. Yeah. Now, let's see if Karen knows the answer. I think the answer is fries. Who are the 2 greatest heavyweights of all time, Karen?
Heavyweights.
The 2 greatest.
What is Muhammad Ali a heavyweight?
Muhammad Ali,
okay.
Right, and Cassius Clay.
Oh.
Right. So, whoa. What? What? Wow. All right. If you haven't seen the game on another stream or on your phone or whatever, you're not going to guess what Fabi did here. And the computer says it's okay. All right, Magnus is going to think for about 4 hours now, so you can go watch a movie and come back, and Magnus will not have moved yet. All right, are you guys ready? You're sitting down? Fabi played B4.
B.
I'll move 6. Okay, now that is crazy like Fox News. All right, I predict Magnus will now lose on time on this move because he's going to think for an hour and a half. Wow, B4. Normally, I would think that didn't happen and the computer's wrong, but the computer says B4 is fine. So that means it did happen. Wow, B4. All right, so let's go back and do a recap. They always repeated the game. Then Fabi changed his mind about bishop takes c6 and castled. Now Fabi played rook e1, which he does every game. And now Magnus made the game different than the other games by playing e5 immediately, or as Yasser would somehow say, immediately. And then Fabi played b4. Wow. All right. So, wow. b4. Now that's prep. Talk about taking Magnus out of his comfort zone. I feel like going to Twitter now to see all the crazy tweets by the super GMs. I wonder if Grishik and Svidler are having a heart attack. Wow, b4. Now, in a lot of symmetrical Englishes, we see this b4 pawn sacrifice, and you try to get the dark squares, because obviously this dark diagonal is weak. So sometimes you go b4 takes a3, and then you try to get your bishop on a3, and you try to get your knight, on d6 somehow. So you're opening up the position because black isn't castled and white's castled. Black's made 3 pawn moves already, and white's already castled. Black's not ready to castle. That didn't happen. That was my mouse there. Wow, b4. Karen can't believe it. That's not a move Karen would play. No. You see the position, Karen?
Yeah.
Is that what you would play, b4?
No, I don't even understand. What
Exactly. Yeah, Karen's like, what? I'm not playing that. That's a mouse slip. Yeah, b4 is super aggressive. It tries to take advantage of the fact that white castled and black didn't. Black's taking his sweet time, making lots of pawn moves, blocking up the center. And this is like the Evans Gambit, except it's not. See, when I teach chess, everybody says that's the fried liver. Like, it's like h4 on move 1, a5 on move 1. Like, that's the fried liver. Okay. Whenever anybody sees knight g5 in any double king pawn opening, they think it's the fried liver. Okay. So, therefore, I'm going to take the ball and run with it. b4 is the Evans Gambit because it was the Evans Gambit in one position. Wow. Man, this is crazy. That's right. My rule is it's crazy now that it's a boring draw. Yeah. Svidler has seen b4 before, and he's not impressed. Frankly, I'm not impressed. Ridiculous. Wow, b4. Okay, and as I predicted, Magnus will never move ever. All right. So this is great. We keep getting like tournament entries and entries for the camp. That's good. It was the same person. All right, let me get back to the game. Never going back. All right, b4, hooray. And you see these kind of pawn sacrifices just usually not at this level. Like the wing gambit. You guys know what I'm talking about. E4, C5, B4. It's the wing gambit. Very suspicious. There's also the wing gambit deferred. It's like here, and then b4. So the idea is if you take with a knight, we could play c3 and d4. If you take with the pawn, then I could play d4 right away. And some people even play c4 later because it's explosive. Yeah, this is all very suspicious. What Fabi did is less suspicious because Fabi's already castled and Magnus already played e5, which is very weakening. Okay, got all these squares over here that aren't defended as much as they used to be. So now b4 attacking. Svidler is not impressed, but he should be impressed because that's a very exciting move. Obviously prep, and now once again, Fabiano's going to get a time advantage, something we did not predict. Although he doesn't like half the games because his opening preparation is so awesome. Moves were played. Knight takes b4 by Magnus, and then an instant bishop b2 by Fabi. Okay, and the idea is this pawn is attacked. Bam. Okay, and if you defend it with a knight, I could take the knight and then get my pawn back. If you try to play d6, I'll claim a legal move. d6 is the kind of move that's made at my chess center. We see a lot of illegal moves. Yesterday in the chess tournament we had, which was game 75, about move 20, there was an illegal move on board 1. So I had to make an adjustment. Okay, so bishop b2, still theory, still prep. Izan donated 100 bits. b4, hooray. 500 bits from Danking55B. You're the best. The more you donate, the more Fabi will play b4. He's going to play b4 again if you keep donating. Like somehow he'll take on b3 and then he'll play b4. But only if you donate. All right, so this is great. And the super duper Norwegian computer slightly prefers white. Slightly. Okay, it says white's better. It says black's king is on e8. White has the initiative. This is very unusual for 2800 players to sacrifice a pawn so early and try to seize the initiative with the white pieces. Normally, especially this match, white's going for a safe, solid advantage, but not this game. So, is this the stolen prep? The answer is fries. Yay, somebody gave me several cents. Somebody says this is following the game Rapport versus Granda Zuniga, and that black won that game. Correct. I have 5 times as many viewers as Ginger GM. Correct, except it's 6 times as many viewers. I have more viewers than the Chess Bros, it says. That means there's a technical glitch. Also, the first day at the peak, chess.com had 45,000 viewers. This says they have 8,000. So I'm guessing there's some issue. 1,009 centidues. Bauer and Salad 72. $4.44. Excalibur 501. $4.44 for B4. Exactly. Chess Bros have 200 more than you. No, but not for long. Yeah, for long they'll have 1,000 more than me and 10,000 more. Also, etc. Also, I like your spelling of Chess Bros. I'm not sure if Karen agrees. I think he accidentally left out the H. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So why aren't we starting a line of women's clothing called Chess Bras and being millionaires? Why aren't we doing that? What? That sounds like a good idea. They can barely sue us. Okay, so is betting okay in chess? Everything is okay in everything. Yeah. Poor Magnus. Magnus, if anything, is not poor. 9 times as many viewers as Ginger GM, but only if you don't count very well. But 9 is funnier. Yeah. What's my opinion of leather-bound books? I only have one question about that. What's a book? Okay, I think you spelled knickers wrong. So that's okay. You probably don't speak British English. Yeah, so Fabi's going to have more time again. White sacrifices a pawn. White's threatening this pawn on e5. Black's knight on b4 is on a bad square. Black can't castle. White has a lead in development. White's not winning, but this is very interesting. So probably White's going to win his pawn back in the next 4 or 5 moves. That's my guess. Yeah. So, yeah, somebody already said that it's not a pawn sack. It's a forced variation where this happens and that happens, etc. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome that Fabi's preparing this line, and he's playing something different every game, which is my strategy against Ray Robson. Somehow my strategy didn't work very well. Probably need an easier opponent. How likely is a decisive result now? I don't know, 30%. Do you think this will be called the Caruana Gambit? No, this has been played before. And when I say before, I mean it's been played before. Svidler holds his coffee cup like he's never seen another human use one. Correct. He doesn't go by the trends. What if Queen C7? $9.99 from Mr. Gambit. Mr. Gambit's good because, its opening was named after Mr. Gambit. He loves my videos. Correct. Well done. Is King B6 good? Well, King B6 is an interesting move. It's hard to get the king to B6. Probably you make Queen B6. Queen B6 is legal. So this is the way I predict the game will go. This is my prediction. And black resigns. That's my guess. I haven't been right about a prediction once. Actually, probably he will play knight a3 if queen b6 and then threatening knight c4. What was played? a6. That's a fine move. Attacking the bishop. That was the engine's move. And now the engine says a3 is the best move, and the second best move is one of my emotes. That's the second best move. It doesn't even say the move. Seth just says one of Ben's emotes. Hard to understand. So bishop f1 is a move, or a3. $6. Here's hoping today's game is decisive. Jerry G333. Correct. According to the chess database made by Whole Foods, white has won 66% of the games from this position. Probably it means white scores 66%, not white wins 66% of the games. Obviously, you can see the difference because you have an advanced degree. Yeah. Carlsen always blocks his dragon bishop. That's right. He shouldn't be dragging his feet like that. Okay, we have 918 viewers, if you can call them viewers. Well, he shouldn't play bishop c4. The bishop's too active on c4. Bishop f1. There we go. Bishop c4 threatening bishop f1. Okay, so actually Magnus is playing the most common way, and he did play a3. We're still in Fabiano's prep here. Still theory. Knight takes c2 is a desperado. That's Karen's favorite song. Right, Karen? She said yes, but what she meant was no.
It's a good song. It's my favorite.
Now wait, but you were not here, but you were on the chat a couple days ago, and you were like, the Beatles are the best, right? And then I was like, what about Kate Bush? And then I got a phone call from Hart, and they said, what about Love? So you like the Beatles more than Kate Bush?
Yeah, the Beatles are.
But I thought you liked Kate Bush.
I do.
Yeah. What? I thought you liked her more.
No.
Oh, she's two?
She's very different kind of artist.
Is she number one for single person? Because Beatles are a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you can call them people.
Maybe.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'll deny that. Represent the French minority. Your French is excellent, obviously, and frankly. Or as we say in French, frankly. Does she let Desperado be your song too? No, it's not Witchy Woman, it's Witch A Woman. All right, everybody's quoting Seinfeld. Everybody was kung fu fighting. This is Doofus versus Von Whaley from 2003. White won, despite Von Whaley being much higher rated. Correct. Man, that guy's name sounds really Finnish. Menno Okes. Wow. How many rules do you have? I have a lot of rules. No rules, just right. Two move draw, just subscribed. No, it should be at least three move draw. Seinfeld equals worst show ever. Is Tony Rich on the stream? Man. Tony Rich of the St. Louis Chess Club, he agrees with your Seinfeld hatred. Yeah. Worst show ever is incorrect. This guy just realized that I beat Mamajarov once. Is this the Nimzovich some bitch opening? Sure, why not? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, this guy's talking in Finnish over here. Man, I can't make the joke I want to make. It's pretty funny. Oh, well. Would Bruce Lee beat Magnus? Not in fighting, but in chess. Did you guys see the video of Magnus playing soccer on the rest day? Did Karen see it? Yeah, he was like dribbling the ball like up in the air, and then he was making goals. He was trash talking. Man. 7 knows Trump is a grand slam and the number of presidents in 75. And neither is going to get any higher. What about 7 know Trump doubled and redoubled? Finland is the worst best country. I would choose Kate Bush over the Beatles if not for rings. Rings? What does he mean? What?
Rings?
What's rings? What's he talking about? Oh, Ringo. It was a typo.
Oh.
Oh. Wait, Ringo puts the Beatles over the top? All right, I don't know about that. Blah, blah, blah. Is this looking drawish? No. No. Yeah, somebody sort of stole my joke but made it G-rated. I don't like that. Is Fabi out of prep now? No. He played A3 pretty quickly. Yeah. Let's see what the time situation is. It says no time left for you, on my way to a better position. Caruana 142, more time than he started with. And Fabi and Magnus 127. So no, Fabiano's still in prep. I know he's in prep because I saw that video of his prep. No, that's not how I know. What's wrong with taking on B5? There's nothing wrong with it. Take on B5. I take on B4. We trade rooks. And it's still theory. Okay, and then I'm confused. I don't understand this position. Well, if black takes, then he can triple up on the bubble up. Then he'll lose this pawn, and he'll lose all of his pawns. It'll be pandemonium. So A3, we're still in Fabiano's prep. This is actually theory, but I don't think Magnus knows it very well. I think Fabiano knows it a lot better. The chess bras do have a lot less than they usually do. I wonder what's going on. That's weird. Do you think the odds are in favor of Caruana now for this game? No, it's about equal. Yeah. Karen put 3 double ups on the bubble up. That's 6 times the bubble up. Don't say dumb stuff. Now, Adam, if they don't say dumb stuff, they won't say anything at all. Ringo's the best drummer of all time. Ringo's like a C+ drummer, and I'm being nice. Yeah. Now, Ringo does have a great name. Maybe the best name drummer. Let's see. I can't allow that. Did you not allow that? Yeah, exactly. Adam didn't allow it. Yeah. Oh, he did allow it. I was going to not allow it, but Adam allowed it. Yeah. Fabi moved. That's because Magnus moved first. All right. So that stuff that I said would happen did happen, although I was just answering a question. I take you, you take me. He played B4, not B3. Okay, that's a well-known Beatles song, by the way. Now, some guy, who was it? Quincy Jones? I think it was Quincy Jones. Some guy about 4 months ago was on a rant about how Ringo was the worst drummer ever and that he couldn't do the drumming they wanted him to do, that he get another drummer into the studio because he was so terrible. And I think it was Quincy Jones. Anyway, I mean, obviously Ringo's like a C+ drummer, but his name's great. What a name. Man. A takes B4. All right, Magnus is thinking, if you can call it thinking. Gucci Mane's pretty good. You can't argue with that. Ringo stole my baby. I like that. That's pretty good. If Quincy Jones said it, it's true and cool. Well, that's true. Blah, blah, blah. Would winning this championship turn Fabi into an international playboy? Well, I know Karen's in love with Fabi, so probably. She was like, Fabi, that guy's looking good. Willie SW, 1,000 centidues. Correct. How did that get by the censors? How did that guy get to say that? Wow. What? I mean, I guess they can't stop it. Yeah. Quincy Jones spoke about all the Beatles, not just the drummer. All right. Anyway, normally I would agree with Adam when it comes to music, but on my last stream, Adam agreed that that Toto is better than the Beatles. Oh no, he said Toto's better than the Rolling Stones. I mean, that's like saying Archer's better than Kasparov. That's a similar thing. Are you kidding me? Toto's like a C-. Are you guys kidding me? On a scale of 1 to 1,000, Toto's like 400, and Rolling Stones are like 10,000. So, Adam, you're banned and your children's children. Adam says Rolling Stones are terrible. Should I ban them? Man.
I love the Stones.
Rolling Stones are terrible. What's wrong with you, Adam? Adam, you need to go to the doctor. You've had some kind of brain aneurysm or something. Man, I don't know. Beatles are the most overrated band in history of music, to be fair. I don't think that's being fair. That's you being insane.
Who said that?
Some guy. The most overrated is obviously AI. Oh, wait, that's a different sport. Who's more overrated in history? Allen Iverson or Carmelo Anthony? Discuss. It's Carmelo Anthony, by the way. We'll see if they know. Yeah. The only way he can get back is if he donates. Let's see. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or Seinfeld. I mean, Sunny in Philadelphia is pretty good. Yeah. Nirvana's Carmelo. Correct. Yeah, it's Carmelo. Yeah. It's definitely Carmelo. One Direction is the most overrated. Nobody thinks One Direction is good except like 4-year-olds. Nickelback, nobody thinks Nickelback is good. You have to think a group is good before they're overrated. Okay, Moose were played for some reason. And actually, all that stuff happened, I already said. They traded Rooks. And now, I thought Fabi would be able to beat Magnus if Magnus tripled up on the double up, bubble up. Okay, but I mean, that's a silly move, getting triple pawns. Instead, Magnus played the sensible D6. Very sensible. All right. This game went from super exciting for B4 to the players both knowing lots of theory and it being about equal. And the engine says white is tiny little better. And Fabi did play BC. And, I just got word from FIDE. Hold on. Okay, Fabi did not play BC, even though it says so. FIDE had a meeting today, and they've changed it. It's no longer BC, it's BCE. Thank you. Did anybody get that joke? Pretty good joke. Too complicated for my audience. Men at Work is better than the Beatles? Oh, I like Men at Work, too. All right, a couple people got it. All right, now... the computer says white is tiny little better, but actually, this is still in Fabiano's prep. Queen is overrated? No. Most people I know think Queen is overrated, but I don't. LeBron or MJ? I don't know. Michael Jackson was a better singer, so maybe Michael Jackson. I'm too dumb. Correct. I didn't get the joke. Correct. I got the joke, but it was awful. Incorrect. You.
Michael Jackson's a better singer than who?
LeBron James.
Oh.
Because they meant Michael Jordan, so it was a joke. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Arctic Monkeys overrated? No, they're pretty good. Recap, please. Okay. This guy wants a recap of all my jokes. I said BCE has taken over for BC. And then I said Marvel is better than DC. And let's see, what else did I say? I said, oh, by the way, there was an article written in a newspaper and they were talking about the match, and they wrote Fabiano Caruana. Then later in the article, they wrote Caruana, but they added a lot of extra letters. After they spelled it correctly, they spelled it incorrectly. They spelled it the way that Yasser pronounces it. Okay, so this is amazing. After the move 97, which I wouldn't have predicted, I guess it's a logical move, Fabi moved instantly. Queen E2. We're still in Fabi's prep. And actually, Magnus played so quickly, not that he's not playing as quickly as Fabiano. I think Magnus knows this position also. So even though the computer says this is equal, this is definitely Fabiano still in prep here. So people who are watching, who are using their databases, has this ever been played before? Has this position ever been reached? Neil deGrasse Tyson uses BC over BCE for excellent non-religious reasons. Yeah, but Neil deGrasse Tyson, Mike Tyson's brother, he also said you shouldn't get a cover for your phone. That way you can spin your phone more and that you never drop your phone. He made a video about it. So very suspicious. Yeah. What about the Smith? Do you mean the Smiths? What? Hey, Ben, why is 97 better than knight f6? Well, the knight on f6 can't do Vishwa nothing. It can't go here, can't go here, blocks the bishop. e5 is going to be weak. Knight e7 makes a lot more sense because we're defending our pawn. Our f pawn is free to move, and the knight can go to c6, controlling lots of key squares. Knight e7 makes more sense here because of the potential weakness of the e5 pawn, which white is hitting. And the knight might go to c4 later in some positions. So yeah, knight e7, got to keep that pawn defended. Queen e2 played instantly, and Magnus is also playing quickly. And when I say quickly, if the players move in like 45 seconds, that's not like you moving in 45 seconds. That means they're in prep. If they weren't in prep and they were out of their prep, they would think forever on every move. So b4 is not the first move I would have thought of. So he's still in his prep. And the computer says it's equal, but I think Fabi knows the position better than Magnus. I'm way behind? No, this is right. This is the current position. Yeah. By the way, when I said Neil deGrasse Tyson was Mike Tyson's brother, did anybody know where I got that from? I mean, it's a joke, but where did I get that joke from? Queen c4 was played. Rawr. So he's still in prep. That's just crazy. Man. And again, it's about equal, but Fabi knows this position like the back of his hand. Ew, what's that? So, yeah, there you go. How black defends b5 pawn. That's good English. The answer is fries. I'm still confused as to whether material's equal or white's a pawn up because both sides have white's a pawn down because both sides have double pawns. So I don't understand what's going on. 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. Is that right? So material's equal and white has a lot of pressure on black's pawns, but black has the two bishops. Queen c4 not played. No. This says no move was played, and this says queen c4 was played. So, I don't know. Queen c4 was played. I was right. Yeah. So I played queen c4 before you people think, it was played or not played. So, no, but queen c4 is definitely still his preparation. Yeah. Just because I play the moves before you get them doesn't mean they weren't played. Yeah. All right. Go Rick and Morty and etc. Magnus played the Dragendorf. I mean, not really. What? The Chess Bros have more viewers than me? No. Many of your viewers are not from English-speaking nations. It is not good to make fun of their English. Oh, yes, it is. That's the most fun I've ever had. Now I'll make fun of your English. Bam. This is going to be 47th move draw. Remember this post when it happens. Boo. Getting swifty in here. I agree. The engine says Magnus has equalized. Well, the position's about equal, but we're still in Fabiano's prep, and black has some problems to solve. Black has weak pawns everywhere. All those pawns potentially are going to go away. White's going to take them. And white has many fewer weak pawns. White's knight on b1 is frankly terrible. That's going to stop soon. And black hasn't castled yet. So it's a very rich position. And it's a complicated position where I would rather have white because white has more threats. Black has to deal with them. And Fabiano knows this position still. This is his preparation. He played castles this game on move 4, unlike the other games, and he already knew about this position. And I'm guessing queen c4 is probably a new move, or the position's already new. Also, etc. Why did he not play queen b5 check? Because it's not his prep. His prep is queen c4. And queen c4 threatens the pawn, defends this pawn. Maybe he'll play knight g5 later, confusing the audience, although I doubt it. If I was playing a blitz game, I would definitely play queen b5 check before I'd play queen c4. So yeah, I agree that queen b5 check looks like it makes more sense. And again, Fabi already still knows this position. Queen c7, d4. Okay, that's interesting. In some of the computer lines, white plays the move d4. So that wasn't a move I expected, to be honest with you. So if white does play d4 in the next 2 or 3 moves, then I want my queen on c4, not on b5. So that answers that question. The point of queen c4 isn't just to take this b pawn. It's also to play d4, and weaken black's king position. Probably we could trade the bishops. My knight can get out to d2, and we're still in his prep. Sometimes Fabi's prep goes forever. Sometimes. So if Magnus keeps playing the engine kind of moves, the most common moves, Fabiano's going to keep playing quickly. And it's not that Fabiano's getting a winning position or even a better position, but the more preparation Fabiano plays, the less time trouble he gets in. That's one of his weaknesses in his overall game, is he's getting in time trouble more than his comrades. And he's not getting in time trouble when he plays, 15 to 20 free moves. He prepped the entire tournament. Yeah. So, Fabiano and Magnus have both played the opening well, I think. But this time, I think Magnus was out-prepared. I've gotten loads of ads for Perrier now that I've watched your stream. That's pretty funny. Svidler's always talking about later in the game. Yeah, he'll do that. Yeah. What do I think about D5? D5 is... Problem with D5 is you're weakening E5 a lot. I got a lot of guys on E5. I don't think Magnus played D6, he could play D5. So that would surprise me. Who has a higher IQ, Fabi or Magnus? I don't know. I always thought Magnus was, like slow. So I guess Fabi. Didn't Magnus go to slow school? What? Isn't he a savant? All right. If he prepped this, what's the point of rook e1? Well, if he played d5, that's the point of rook e1. And if I play d4, then rook e1 makes sense. Yeah, rook's good on e1, opposite the king. King can go to f1. Bishop could have gone to f1. Go rook e1. Also, etc. Von Whaley got crushed. Hooray! He's a prep monster. It's true. Will you move the chat to the right of your webcam? Your beautiful left side of your face is getting neglected and left out. That was the worst chat ever. Why is G5 a move according to the engine? In this position, G5 is a move? That doesn't seem right. Okay, and Magnus played Queen A5, which the engine does not like. Now, I'm slightly confused because here's why I'm confused. I don't think Magnus is in prep, but he's playing fast. That means he's in prep. So, wait, what? How can I believe both of those statements? The mysteries of life. Magnus is either in prep, and I don't know, Queen A5 seems weird to me, or he's not in prep and he's playing too fast. I don't know which is correct. Magnus has 117, which indicates he's not in prep. If he's in prep, why does he use 24 minutes? Then, if he's not in prep, why in such a complicated position is he moving in a minute? So I don't understand anything. I got nothing. I don't know if Magnus knows this position or not. I suspect he doesn't know it. If he doesn't know it, he's playing too fast. Okay, well, the engine likes Queen A5 now. It changed its mind. So maybe he is in prep. I don't know. Okay, according to the engine, C takes D6 is the only move. We're threatening the bishop, and we're threatening Queen C5. I don't know if he's in prep. I'm confused. Yeah, exactly. The mysteries of life. Magnus has the two bishops. Correct. Yeah. Cess changed its mind, and Cess doesn't even have a mind. That's pretty good. Yeah. The only thing that surprised me about Fabiano's secret illegal tape that was leaked was the weak players on his team. I would suspect if I was Fabiano and I had 4 people helping me, they would all be between 2650 and 2750. But he's got 2 doofuses on his team. So I don't know. Can't have doofuses on your team. Although Nakamura's been having a doofus as his main coach for his whole life. But that's probably why his opening preparation is no good. So anyway, the 2 bishops. That's right. 2 bishops. What else? The chat stopped on the stream. No. Tell the chat to start working. No. Terrible. That happens sometimes. The chat stops working, then the chat starts working again. I hate when that happens. Yeah. I could try to fix the chat, but that would take seconds. This used to happen a lot more with XSplit. I don't know why it's happening now. Too much chat. One way to try to fix the chat is to stop streaming and start streaming. I'd rather not do that. Let's see. I could get rid of the chat box, then put it back. I could do it. There's no such thing as too much chat. Who are the 2 doofuses? Oh, Alejandro Ramirez and Christian Carilla. Yasser's a doofus. I mean, Yasser is a doofus, but he's not on the team. Now that's getting too doofusy there. Yasser can't do opening prep. Yeah. I like the frozen chat. Okay. Chat resigned. All right, we're going to stop the stream and start it again, I guess. I don't want the chat to not work. All right, stop it.